Hello, class. My name is Michael Day. I will be your instructor today. Um, Today, I want to show you guys how to change a doorknob. Um, Changing a doorknob can be easy, but it can also be hard if you don't know what you're doing. Given the material and the equipment that I give you today, you should know how to properly change a doorknob into a room door. Um, Now, when properly placed, a doorknob makes it an easy way to enter a room or enter a home without really using much force at all. Doorknobs are also equipped with a locking mechanism. This is to help protect what is yours. This can also keep intruders from coming into your home and breaking into your room. Okay. Um, Now, a doorknob is essential to know how to add and remove because changing locks and keeping someone out of your home and out of your room is important. But it is also important because doorknobs break. Um, Latches don't line up, the mechanics in them don't work. Sometimes they just get rusty and old to the outside ones, and the locking mechanisms don't work. So I will be that's something that I want to address with you guys today, and why I think it's so important for you to gain what I'm teaching you here today. Now I have a few questions for you guys today. Um, has anyone ever changed a doorknob before? Whether it was outside, inside, whatever. Has anybody ever changed a doorknob before? Okay, one, two. Okay, still not too much. That's good because these guys will be able to help me out, but also will be able to help you guys out too. Um, Now, has anyone ever seen the mechanics on how a doorknob actually works? On the locking mechanism, the latch, and the whole spinning of the actual knobs. No, you haven't. No. Okay. Um, okay. Well, that's good. We'll learn this today. This is all okay. We're gonna learn this today. Okay. Um, Now, does everybody know that whenever you're dealing with doorknobs, there's two sides to a doorknob. You have a side that locks the door, and then the other side is going to unlock the door. You have basically a knob with a latch on it here, and this locks the doorknob. And then you have on this side a keyhole, which would then unlock the door to where, or unlock the locking mechanism, which would make the knobs turn. Okay. Now, real quick here, I'm going to show you guys how to put the doorknob on, and then I will walk you through what is the step-by-step procedures on how to do this. Okay. There you go. Works both ways. Locks here. And it latches. Okay. Easy enough, right? Okay. Now, before I start and I show you guys how all of this just happened, because who knows what happened. So does anybody have any questions? No? Okay, let's get started. You want to start off with your equipment. You only have a few things for your equipment to actually gather, and it's not too much. This is what's awesome about changing a doorknob. There are a few things. You have your latch. This will go in on the inner side of the door, and this basically is how you lock your door and how it stays closed. You also have two knobs, and these will go inside each other with the latch in the middle. And I will show you how that works as well. I have two screws here. These are Phillip head screws, and I have two screws here. These are also Phillip, and these are for the latch. Now, and then you have your drill. Now, you can choose to use a drill, or you can choose to use a screwdriver. It doesn't really matter. Either one works. Okay? Now, let me show you. First thing you're going to do is take the latch to your door, and you will also take the two Phillips screw heads for the assembly. Okay? Now, I will show you how to properly add this doorknob latch to the door. You want to make sure that the latch is facing on the inside. This will make sure that your door closes and stays closed whenever the door is closed, which is really what we all want. All right, now you're going to slide this into the hole and make sure that the holes line up. Make sure it's all centered out and make sure it's good to go. I usually like to put the screw into the top hole first to ensure that it stays still. And you just need a little bit of oomph, nothing too tight. You don't want it to become the door to break or the door to crack. And then I put the bottom one in as well. And again, you don't want that too tight. Now that is it. This isn't coming out, okay? So, next thing that I want to do is I want to take the doorknob with the mechanism that goes through the actual latch. And I will do that here. You want to make sure these holes all line up as well. If you do it correctly, none of this should be unfunctionable. It should all work if you line all the things up correctly. Now, for the last thing, I know that you guys might have noticed that I already have put the screws inside the doorknob. This is something that I like to do. It makes it to where it's easier for me to line stuff up, because on the inside of this mechanism here are two screw holes that these screws are going to have to go into, and it's sometimes kind of hard to get that in there whenever you can't really see what's going on. So what I like to do is I like to place my two fingers over the screw here and then line the stem into it this way. And this will make it turn. And this will make it lock as well. Alright, so I'm going to add this here. Line all of this up. Alright. And that's already in. And then you grab your screw gun. And again, you don't want to do it too hard. Remember, and be careful not to strip. Stripping is the worst when it comes to putting stuff in, because then it makes it hard for you to take out later. And yes, I have done this before, stripped. Okay, and there you go. That's your doorknob. This works 100%. Spins, as you can see that the latch on the inside there is moving as I spin. But as I lock it here, it doesn't move. It doesn't go. Another thing I like to check whenever you're doing this is make sure that this stays closed. If this is flying open, then the latch is not on right. Latch might be backwards, or vice versa. It could just not be working. And that'll keep your door closed, and then it makes it easy for you to open. Also, while locking, I like to test to make sure that this door ain't open. Okay, so that's that. That's the doorknob, and that's been put on. That's the assembly of the doorknob. Now, do we have any questions before I proceed? No? Okay. Now I want to give you guys, I want to stop right here. I want to give you guys about 15, maybe 20 minutes. I'm going to separate you guys into groups. It's going to either be 2 or 3. Let's not make it too much here, because it's only going to be a little bit. But I want you guys to practice. I have screwdrivers. I have all the kits right over here. All I need for you guys to do is to practice. Make sure everyone in the group knows what they're doing and can properly do this next week, because you will have a quiz next week. And I will be walking around as you guys are doing this.